Hi, my name is Lydia Summerville, and I've been attending Emmanuel for the past 20 years. I work as the chaplain at Bethesda Regional Health Center. It's also called a spiritual healthcare practitioner, or simply a spiritual care provider. I provide care in both the care home, where the seniors live, as well as care to the hospital, where people are sick and recovering. A lot of my job duties involving ministry had to do with one-on-one interaction with residents, providing comfort, care, and encouragement, along with empathy and just providing a spiritual presence. And in the hospital, it was more about one-on-one, but also providing care for families and also for the staff, because they're working hard, and simply just giving them an ear for them to talk to. The biggest impact that COVID has put on my job and changed about my duties is that I have to be flexible. There's a lot of spontaneity and just being able to be where I'm called and be what I'm needed to be, whoever needs me at that moment. So normally I would do chapel, I would be very structured, I'm providing a day-to-day, very routine-looking ministry for both the residents and the patients. But now, because COVID has either closed the doors or eliminated visitors, I'm a daughter, I'm an aunt, I'm a friend, I'm a pastor, I'm whatever the residents need me to be. And because I don't want to transfer or easily be someone that could catch COVID and then give it to the elderly, I try to limit my visits to the hospital, and I do, let's see what we call it. It would be spiritual care via phone to the hospital. And so then I do more one-on-one interaction with the residents there at the care home. The personal struggle that I've been going through myself right now is that I've been sick with pneumonia for the past 8 weeks. And then before that, I was sick with the flu. So I've been sick for about 10 weeks now. And to be sick with a respiratory issue during a virus that has to do with respiratory sickness is quite scary at times. So I took a little bit of time off during the worst part, and I also got tested and I was negative, praise the Lord. But it's been tough to provide care during a time when your body can't do as much as you want it to do, and it's difficult to provide when you have high expectations and there's not as much help from the outside because we can't let anyone in. So it's really being weak and allowing God to be strong in that weakness. I think me personally, I've seen God work in my own life where we're going through such an intense time globally with respiratory issues, and in some cases, many people are actually suffocating to death. And that's very scary. And for myself, when I'm sleeping at night, that's when I will struggle most with my respiratory issues. And I think that I have felt God meet me in that moment and saying, I want you to grow in empathy, Lydia. I want you to feel what it's like to be weak and to let me give you each breath that you need. And sometimes it's felt very overwhelming because something that we do every day, which is so easy, breathing, I have to rely on Him now for inhaling and exhaling, and I feel really growing just my dependence on Him. Well, a book I've been reading recently is called Suffering is Never for Nothing. I don't know if you can zoom in on that, but it's by Elisabeth Elliot, and many of you know her as the wife of the missionary who was killed in the Amazon. And she's written this book to basically encourage people that suffering, even though we never want to minimize suffering, that suffering doesn't come from God, that hardship doesn't come from God, but that He will always use it for His glory and always for our good. And how it's so incredible that even our tears, even our weariness, even our inability to breathe can actually be given back to Him as a gift.